They were defined by a number. Almost every game, nearly all year, practically the entire season, the number 2. For Texas, 2 was a ranking and an insult and a challenge. And the Longhorns arrived at the Rose Bowl eager for the dare. If no one really believed they'd win, they didn't listen. Second place is used to being overlooked. 2 is the number that classifies every underdog and labels all its efforts. But in rising above its ranking, Texas relied on just that number, 2, as a pair of men demanded better and carried their team upward. First, Vince Young. He entered the title game 29-2 as a starter. He ends this season with the same number of losses and one defiant, timeless win. When he failed to claim the Heisman, finishing second, of course, in the voting, he struggled to be gracious in deferring to Reggie Bush. Well, national champions defer to no one, and victory provides its own moment of grace. Second, there's Mack Brown. He was the coach who would always be considered second, behind Darrell Royal. Brown has coached in Royal's shadow, literally, the 81-year-old statue looking over the fields in Austin. In bringing the Longhorns their first national title in 36 years, Brown has made his own place in the sun, one he spent 8 years building. All have hailed Pete Carroll as the masterful leader, mixing great game planning with a vibrant touch. But since the start of the '98 season, no coach has won more games than Mack Brown. And Pete Carroll, he's only got one more national title. For Texas, conquering the Trojans leaves them in the place they reached for, the place they said they belonged, and no longer number 2 in the only poll that really matters. For until the Fiesta Bowl a year from now, Texas will be defined by a different number, and all other numbers and teams can only follow.